This is Jonah Hill, and you're listening to the only podcast that matters.
All right, Jacob.
You don't know this.
Paywall's up, baby.
Yeah.
So here's something you don't know. The three main subjects of the only podcast that matters are money, ka-ching, and most importantly, ourselves.
The goddamn motherfucking boys.
So we'll start with what's most important, which is us. You are an experienced mediaman.
Mm-hmm.
We have found immediate fucking stratosphere blast off success.
To the fucking moon and back.
The immediate success is undeniable. Throwing fits. So what do you attribute that to?
Yeah. What's your take on it? You're a patron.
You've seen things come and go.
I mean, I think that you guys have always been pretty good at speaking to a particular audience.
What's that
supposed to mean?
That's all.
That is loaded as shit.
How would you describe our listener?
Oh yeah, break down who you
our
think.
demo. Our demo. Who are we talking to right
Let's
now?
talk about the average Throwing Fits patron. $20 big gang tier.
I don't know. Shouldn't you guys have that data?
No, we don't.
No. I don't care about numbers.
We have all their personal emails.
I do this for the love of the game, dude.
I just think that they're probably
How old do you think they are?
early 20s.
Okay.
Male or female?
Mostly male.
Where do they live?
Oh, I don't know. Honestly, probably not New York City.
Ant Falls. Well, actually, we don't know.
Per IG. We don't be quizzing him.
What is their favorite brand
Ooh, yeah. I know.
of clothing?
Across all of them. Like they're one unifying. Like the uncut gems, like how we all like it.
Nike.
Nike
would be the universal brand.
That makes sense. I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean,
Honestly,
That's
might be
the-
like
that's the-
fucking.
What are you going to say, Noah?
No, I'll
That's
say
the easiest
Clarks, dude. I think
answer.
everyone wears Wallabies.
No.
Is that crazy?
Clarks. Yes.
Ame, obviously really popular.
No.
Everyone likes Patagonia.
Nike. The answer is Nike.
It's probably Nike. It's got to be.
That's just being like
that's just playing the numbers game.
yeah,
It's
that's
Nike.
Muhammad, most popular name. It's just like you just know what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Thanks,
So that's the throwing fits.
right, exactly. See? Facts.
That's a throwing fits listener. I want to talk about the Wall Street Journal listener. So let's play a quick
Listener.
scenario. Reader. Quick scenario. I'm your typical Wall Street Journal reader. I'm a big swinging dick in the boardroom.
Please stop.
I just closed another multi-million-dollar deal.
That's not okay. Can I just interrupt you? That's not what our reader is. Can I
Who's your reader? Set the record straight, baby. That's why this is here.
The reader is not one person. The reader is a wide variety of people.
it's more than one person.
No, I mean,
Yeah, get that circulation number up, guy.
thanks, James.
It's this guy, Bill.
No, the reader is it's far more varied than I think people assume.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say that I think in terms of who reads in particular, like what I write, they're probably the crossover between my reader and your listener is much higher than you would expect.
I don't disagree with that.
Just great taste across the board. You know the fucking vibes.
I mean, we're the biggest paper in America.
Woo!
Yes.
Flex.
Circulation wise, we're the biggest paper
let's
in
Go
America.
off, bitch.
And to that end, like it can be any number of people. I'm not going to say it's one particular person. I'm not going to say they live anywhere. They're all over, and they do.
We're everywhere.
What kind of person sends you hate mail? Because that's the type of person for sure.
Sure. I mean, again, it could be a great number of different people.
Yeah. Everyone hates you. Everyone hates Jacob.
All demos hate Jacob.
You're the great unifier.
Sure.
You get what are some you get hate mail how often or hate email?
Really?
We should
Do
say.
you actually get hate email?
You'll post them sometimes even.
Because your email's very much out there, right?
I've never actually posted them.
Really?
I think I've just told you that I get them sometimes.
But your email's very much out there, like it's in your bio.
Anyone can reach out.
Please email me. My email's there. I love to.
Again,
I love
DM
to hear
them
from
asking
people.
what loafers are.
I think
How do my feet fit in these?
probably between 1 and 5, between 0 and 5 every story.
Every story?
Probably.
So that's weekly.
What are they typically?
But mostly 0. Mostly, I mean, listen.
Is it like
What story got the most blowback? How
Don't
about
be
that?
so focused on hate mail. That's like
what
that's
got the most
blip
love? What got the most
compared-
love mail?
Now you're speaking his language.
What
I'm not
soaps
sure.
and panties?
There was an article recently where there were a lot of people that were like engaged and curious. When I wrote that story about souvenir hats, a lot of people wrote in and were like, "I have this hat, like blah blah blah."
I'm
Like,
hat curious.
This is really like, and that was really interesting because then I was like, "Wow, there's so much that I missed." Like there was so many like different hats in different regions.
That story fucking rocked, and with a great graphic too. That composite.
Yeah,
was
that was
fantastic.
Hold on.
Thank
I don't
you
know if
very
I'm
much.
blowing up your spot here,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
do you have a souvenir hat Finsta, or was that just your IG story motif?
That was just like probably what I posted.
Damn, a
lot
souvenir
of.
hat Finsta would be.
That would be really
fire
cool. That would be
content.
that's very interesting.
Someone should do
because,
that.
because the thing is like
Someone
because
listening to this
regionally
podcast.
there's things that like we would never even know in like Idaho that people read to me and were like, this is the thing, and I was like, this is fascinating.
Tater hat.
Yeah.
That would be that would
be
honestly
an infographic. The number one souvenir hat by state.
that would be an
Gotta catch
that
them
would be an
all.
incredible book.
Yeah,
It'd be a great coffee table.
and just like a.
Well, this IP was created under.
oh,
Throwing
that's
Fits,
right.
so-
Boom, we
sorry.
own all of this.
We own this. We own this.
Oh,
we own
yes,
this.
thank God.
Okay, but this is not a pointed question. If I'm a Wall Street Journal reader, my question is, why should I take style advice from you, Jacob Gallagher?
Yeah.
Like tout your credentials.
Let's discuss your pedigree.
I approach every story thinking how it will actually improve the reader in terms of whether it's just something that they can talk about amongst people and spark a good conversation, or something they can
Banter
or something
the
that they can,
fellas.
or something they can put back in their wardrobe. My editor, who is truly the best editor in the world, in my
Check them
opinion. Her name is Rory.
Behind the paywall.
Her name is Rory Satran. She's truly an incredible editor. She always says
Rory Sarah.
Rory Satran.
Can we get her on the pod? You think?
You could not get her on the pod.
Does she listen to the pod?
She
She
will,
big gang.
she will sometimes mention like does this story have like the I need to go over to my neighbor and tell them about this.
That's the bar.
And that's
high.
That's a
That's
really,
ridiculous.
that's a super interesting.
I don't know my neighbor.
But that's a
That's
super.
That's
no, no,
virality.
no, no.
That's virality.
No, it's not.
It's analog virality.
But that's a super interesting way to think about things.
I mean,
It's
that's
do
bar.
Do you read something and tell someone like you need to read this? And that's
link, please.
I strive for that with every story that I do, and to that end, I also try very hard to blend in things that people actually can put in to what they wear.
So it's like
Tangible shit.
It's something you
Tangible
can walk away with,
Yes, I try.
even if you're talking about like Parisian suiting.
Totally. I try to give the reader a takeaway. Always.
Damn, a little fucking goodie bag of fucking darts.
And I think that, and look, this is not a commentary on this is not, there are other publications out there that I read, that I love, that I really respect and whatever, but I do not think that there are many publications that are kind of speaking to the reader at the level that we speak to the reader.
5 jackets to go from the boardroom to the bar.
You mentioned that Rachel Trashcan Jean De Leon you're the best working fashion
Full
writer
correct name.
today. Where do you think you stack up in the fucking hierarchy of a lot of big names out here? Matthew Schneier, right? Friend of the show, amazing writer.
Really,
fucking
yep,
Tim Blanks, the motherfucking goat.
Goat.
Where do you think you stack up against these
Angelo
people?
Flaccavelli.
Yeah, you know. How do
I'm not going to rank.
Who's right above you? Who's right below you?
I'm gonna just say, if I can be mentioned in conversation with those people, I'm happy. I'm happy.
it's an honor just to be nominated.
It is.
Are you happy
As a person?
as a fashion writer?
Just generally
As a what?
As a fashion writer.
Oh yeah.
Are you
okay,
happy with your? So you're in the company with these legends.
No. That's not for me to say.
We're saying it.
Then you can say that.
All right, so I get it, but like you kind of alluded to this, but you have your own personal style, which is
Yes.
yours and
Yeah,
yours
yeah, yeah.
alone. The Wall
The
Street
best
Journal.
dressed. How about this? You're the best dressed guy in New York.
I don't think
You could take that to the motherfucking bank.
Are you the best
not
dressed guy in your office?
Ooh.
Oh no.
Who's the best dressed in your office?
Why would you have to say best dress? I don't.
What do you mean?
that.
It's a superlative. Who as old as time?
Who throws the most fits?
If I were to
Who's
say,
a petulant little child with those Johns?
I'm not going to say I'm the best. That's not for me to say. That's not for me to say.
What I'm saying is that
me
you
to
have your personal
Yeah, yeah,
style,
yeah.
and it's something that you developed and
Totally.
are sticking to and progressing over time,
Yes,
and,
yes,
and
yes.
it's something that you are proud
You're
of.
blowing up. That's great.
Do you ever feel
Fantastic.
conformed to not conformed, but do you ever feel like pressured to the things that you cover aren't necessarily the things that you feel like passionate about because maybe it doesn't fit within like the sandbox that you're allowed to play in,
Why would I feel pressured to cover anything?
like from your editor? I don't know,
I
or
don't-
pressure to not cover stuff.
I don't.
To not cover?
Yeah.
No.
I don't face pressure.
Do you have like a carte blanche on like what you?
No, I don't have carte blanche. I mean, it is a consistent dialogue between my editor and I.
But it's a two-way street.
It's a dialogue. I mean, I come to her with ideas. She parries back. You know,
These are trash.
no.
You're not going to Paris.
Steak.
Get me Armani. Just a little office joke,
Yeah.
you know.
The Office.
Highbrow.
Absolutely not what it's like. Once again, I have the best boss.
All right, but okay, off top, what falls outside of your professional purview?
Yeah.
Like, are you writing about Virgil? Are you writing about Off-White?
Yeah.
Are you writing about fucking DIY fives?
What are DIY?
Are you writing about the Union,
he took
Jordan
Exacto.
ones?
Even behind the paywall.
James,
Still fucking clapping cheeks.
it will surprise you what I do cover.
Oh,
I think.
I read through the headline and decks. 'Cause again, I lost my
Yeah, there we go.
subscription.
There
My
we
man
go.
was perusing heads and decks.
It will surprise. I mean, listen. I'm not saying we're going to cover
Nike AR apps.
Here's the thing.
Suiting.
Here's the thing. We're not going to cover every launch of every sneaker, of every collection, or whatever. But when the dust settles after that, if it bears mentioning, then we're going to mention it.
What's the story you're super excited to write? Ooh, it's on the horizon.
I'm writing a story right now.
We talked about one that's coming
Spoiler
up. in a few weeks,
alert.
But like, yeah, what are you working on right now?
This will come out like a couple of days after this comes out. I'm writing a story right now about men wearing pearls, as sparked by Harry Styles, who came up earlier.
Rocky, dude.
ASAP Rocky. It was
And Tyler.
and Tyler and Come to
Pharrell.
is
The source.
Pharrell been doing it since
Sure.
2014, 2013, and then Mickey Moto with Comme des Garçons. And so that's something that I'm excited about. I mean, I think that that's something that you would not expect to read in the Wall Street Journal, but that stuff's there. It's right, you know. And,
Those emails are gonna be spicy.
and it's and look, and what I like about a story.
What's
like,
the walk away from that?
but
What
can
do I walk
just-
away
can-
with?
Okay, because here's the thing. What I like about a story like that is that it can take a trend and it can find a way to speak about a larger thing that's happening within men's clothing, which is both this notion that barriers are falling and they're falling pretty briskly in terms of who we look to as quote unquote style icons and the things that they wear. And also it speaks to a kind of gender bending, if you will, which is a term that I really
Fluid.
don't
It's
like.
fluid.
But this, and I don't like the term fluid either, but it's just saying, it's just saying,
water.
it's just
This
saying
is
that,
TF wet, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
but it's just saying that what might have in the past been viewed as an untouchable thing is now maybe not.
What about nail polish?
Virgil out
I'm
here.
pitching you on that.
I told Rachel the other day I wanted to paint my nails. She was very displeased.
Why?
Virgil's doing it, right? He's doing that weird, like,
'Cause
green.
Yeah,
I think
it's like
that-
a
so-
dusty mint.
So listen, I think that
It's a dusty Caesar.
34.
I mean, could you?
What about start with your toenails? How about that?
but
Oh,
well,
the toesies.
I don't-
Work your way up.
I don't-
Fingies.
I mean, could you imagine? Like,
A pedicure on your fucking troll ass feet. Yes, I can imagine. It's hilarious.
I wear weird enough stuff that I
Yeah.
don't that if Rachel is like, don't do that, I'm like, okay, I probably shouldn't do that.
What's the
If she's going to stop you from expressing
She's gonna
yourself,
stop me from going.
there's
like,
good
What's
reason.
the last time that she's really drawn the line and been like,
So
you
I
cannot do this?
I tried on. I was at Totokayo.
Oh, here we go.
And I tried on an Our Legacy beret, a leather beret.
you're fucking with berets now,
I'm writing the story right now. Actually, I'm working on the story right
bro.
now.
You're just a francophile.
my man running the
And-
beret beat.
and again, that's a story that you
you
might,
would look good in a beret. She
that's
said no.
That's a story you might not expect,
Mhm.
and
Expect the unexpected. Wall Street Journal.
I tried it on, and I was mugging in the mirror, and was just like,
Did you like it?
I was
Did you like
I
it?
was like, I love this. I was like,
What was the brand of the beret?
Arlagace.
Oh, Legace. Was it expensive?
No, it was like $100 some odd. It
Bro,
wasn't-
that's
wasn't
a novelty cop.
It wasn't
and to take it for a test
It
drive.
wasn't so bad.
Raspberry beret.
and
Outro music.
and they were like, I'm snapping the photos, and she's in the photos.
Is it black beret or
black
patterned?
beret, black leather beret? It was like
Whoa,
it was
whoa, whoa,
militant.
whoa,
It was
whoa,
it
whoa,
was-
whoa,
it was
whoa.
Black
it was
Panther
some-
shit.
bro,
it was some
bro.
Joey Pants spiciness. It was very good.
Would you ever rock that pith helmet?
I've never worn that,
The fucking elephant gun.
sir.
Fucking Hemingway,
but
dude.
she's in the photos that I'm taking, and she's just looking at me like.
Yeah. But a leather, see, that's where maybe if it was wool,
For
like
the
it should
record,
be.
she just texted me, "Don't you dare endorse the beret."
Oh, damn. Yeah.
Big
Facts.
berets.
And she can hear us from the other room.
Big berets only.
Oh, are we being
Berets for the boys.
It's fine.
All right, so you're working on two stories that we're excited to read when they come
Working
out.
on like four stories.
You've written up 12 pieces in 2020 for an average of a post every 4.25 days.
Yeah,
So what do you
that's
attribute
actually
such
right.
prolific output? Yeah. We're 51 days into the new year.
Congratulations.
Lawrence and I have been in an environment where it's fucking churn and burn, baby.
Yeah, dude.
Like it's just
Chartbeat is our god.
content.
Okay, so-
Content.
so-
It seems like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like you're in an environment where you can take your time. You can report. You can talk to people.
Yeah, you just said the key word there though.
Chart beat.
We have the ability to report. We have
Chart type beat.
I have the
Chart beat cheeks.
I am fortunate enough to work at a place where we have the breathing room to do the reporting and get a story done the right way.
Do you have
And
chart beat?
We do not use chart beat.
Okay.
And
Thank God.
to that end,
Bow down to the beat.
to that end, I
Hearts
work
beat as
on
one.
2 stories.
Chart.
I work on 2 stories at a time. I work on 2 stories a week.
That's your process.
That's my process.
Concurrently.
I work on them concurrently.
They help you unlock the swag of the other one. So you're not so maybe focused and like it gives you time to be like, oh, boom, epiphany.
James, Lawrence, I'm sorry.
Embarrassing.
Larry.
I've
Fucking Jake over here.
I've never thought about it like that. That may be true.
I'm a genius.
Has that always been your shit?
That is always
parallel path
because my
story.
column my column goes up on a Monday
column.
and my story for the weekend edition goes up typically on like a Wednesday or
You're
Thursday.
so elite, dude. You're an elite media man. You love to fucking see it.
Normally I will file like the column on Tuesday and the piece for the weekend on Wednesday. I try to keep that pace. And so I'm kind of writing them concurrently, but I'm definitely reporting them concurrently.
What's your day to day, bro? Like, are you just getting there and fucking clack with the keyboard and like cold call sources?
Cold call.
Like, what's your
throat. Tell me about the hottest new berets.
Like, what's your office personality? What's your fucking swag?
Well, can I add one thing in terms of the time? The time is also a reflection of our editing process, and my boss does an incredible work as an editor. And then it goes through another editor, and then it goes through a final read. There's a lot of process there.
You ever had a fact checker call you out on a non-fact? And they were like, yo, you bricked it.
Why would I have a non-fact?
If you accidentally fucked up and misreported something.
There's been times.
How many corrections have you had to do in your articles?
A number. It happens. Dude.
69.
It happens.
Yeah.
Listen.
But are you like the guy that is fucking microwaving fish?
The writer of this article previously identified this beret as all leather when it was actually leather and felt.
You laugh, but that's an authentic correction. Like that would happen.
Yeah, no,
that would happen.
Listen, the best jokes are based in reality.
What's my day to day? I typically
what the guy are you in the office?
Are you the young cool guy?
Are you the microwave?
Are you the old
fish guy?
Yeah, are you the microwave fish guy? Are you the?
Are you
I won't
in
share
late?
my breakfast with anyone guy?
Are you
what are you?
first one in, last one out guy?
I try to get in at 9, if
Not very
if not
creative.
earlier.
Not very creative hours.
I don't care.
How do you sign off on emails?
Ooh,
That was my 30 seconds.
Chuck
of
putting
thirst
numbers on the fucking
It
board.
fits right here.
Wait, that's not your 30 seconds. That was your 30.
yeah, but it
Chef
fits
Chuck.
in right here.
That is a fantastic question.
Is that how you answer?
Thank you.
That's how you sign your email.
That's a fantastic question. Comma.
This was a fantastic
Jacob.
email.
Jay Gallagher. What's your real name?
William.
Okay.
Typically, I just say regrets. No, I'm kidding.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Normally, I just say thanks, or if I don't say thanks, I normally won't put something.
Piss off.
Like I'm not nothing. Like I don't know. Like I think I used to put best,
I do best.
which I don't really like that much because I was like,
Pedestrian shit.
because
Better
there's no world in which you actually say best to someone. Like that seems really weird
Yeah,
to
I
me.
say cheers to people all the time.
I don't like cheers either because
Nobody cares.
Start
about
saying
your family.
chairs. Chairs.
See if anybody noticed? See if anyone noticed?
because if I email a British person, I'm like cheers, then it sounds like I'm mocking them in a certain way.
I love mocking
So
people. That's why I do it.
so normally I'll put thanks,
cheeky cult.
and then the first email I'll put Jacob, and then every subsequent email I put J.
Thanks. Any
Thanks.
punctuation?
Thanks, comma, break Jacob.
XOXO Gossip Girl.
Yo, you mentioned that you don't have
sweet
chart
references.
feed.
Hell yeah. You know I got the best references.
Yo, your references are sick, bro.
Thanks,
so
bro.
sick.
Everyone knows that.
So sick.
Sick reference.
The fact that you don't have chart beat is fucking crazy. Like, because
I mean, we have an analytics system.
so how do you judge the success of an article besides just like you and your editors and your readership being happy with it? How do you judge success?
Oh yeah. Well, again, you're on a podcast, so I don't see you pantomiming.
Just to
checking the wind.
just to feel
Just the
it.
vibe?
No, I'm kidding. No, we have measurements.
Is it
What are your
times-
KPIs?
What do you care
I'm gonna
about?
tell you guys.
What do you
You're
care
not
about?
gonna tell us.
Is it time spent?
What do I care?
What are your personal KPIs?
Is it ad click through? Is it time spent?
Depends on the story.
Page views?
It depends on the story what I care about.
Okay. Wait. Oh, it depends on the story.
Depends on the story.
Our
what I care about.
KPI for podcasts is how many edits does the guest ask for? The more edits, the better the podcast.
Well,
Because we're not going to honor any of them.
yeah, it's true. What topic? What was something that you wrote about that you were actually kind of surprised at the lack of enthusiasm from the readership?
Oh, it happens. I mean,
Like, what's an example of a topic? Berets.
you know, this is more of a general statement. When I started, I thought I'm going to write about suits a lot. I was like, that's like,
That was your misperception of the Wall Street Journal.
that was,
Yo, you fucking prejudged your readership.
but I think that kind of speaks to less my readership and more just where things have gone. Where like, if you wear a suit, I think, and this is the grossest generalization about this, but you don't care necessarily. You might buy your suit supply, your Hugo Boss, your Zen, your Canali suit, and then you're just like, then you're kind of just done. You're not going to necessarily read about suiting trends. You're
You
not
don't
like,
care.
you're not that interested in it. So like,
you tick that box.
To a lot of guys, a suit is a thing I have to have for work, and I don't, and I resent
and
it.
the things that I want to
resent it.
read about or hear about or whatever are going to be what I wear on the weekend and whatever.
Sure.
Like,
I want to hear about swag.
I want to hear from the boardroom to the bar. What
Jump
do I
in.
wear from the boardroom to the bar? That's all I do.
What suit can I jump in?
From the boardroom to the bar and then back again. What do I wear?
From the boardroom to the bar to the beach. What suit fucking has that beach trip?
Yeah, I need a. What's a Tom Brown wetsuit
Yo, get the
with the
Supreme.
tuxedo? That's
Yeah.
what you. That's the suit you wear to the beach, baby.
Are
And
there
you can fucking book it.
Is there like a Gallagher hive? Do you have like,
Ooh.
do
You
you have
got
like fan
groupies?
fans?
I don't know. I mean, people on Twitter, there's certain people on Twitter that like respond to me a fair amount and I have high levels of engagement, quote unquote, with them. And people like email me, like I have some readers that will email me about many stories over time.
Ooh.
But
You got pen pals,
but there's not like, I don't have like,
fan base.
I don't
Stans.
know. I don't, that's not,
You don't think so? You're pretty popular.
that may be so, but I don't know. I don't think about that.
Do you? Not at all.
Really? You need that. You know, well, let me ask you this. What do you think about how in 2020 writers are public figures because of social media?
I'm literally,
I'm
literally only doing this podcast because of that. I'm being totally honest.
That's fine.
Because you want more fans?
I'm literally doing this podcast
Where
because
can the kids follow you?
you're doing self promotion.
I'm doing self promotion. And
Where can the kids follow you?
follow me? No,
We're
you
behind
know,
the
no.
paywall.
Actually,
He's gonna be tagged and
It's less about me.
Yeah.
It's like read my fucking art. Like read my stuff.
Get-
like
juice my
please
stats, fam.
Read
Yeah.
my stuff. Like
Get
I'm
the numbers on the
doing
board.
this
Yeah.
because like
He's losing money on
if
that
you-
fucking click farm
if you,
in India.
If you listen to this, no. If you listen to this, you care about clothing. Like read my stuff. Yeah, I promise you will like it. Like
and engage. Here's the thing,
And
too.
engage, like, talk
also,
to
can I
me.
just say something? All these motherfucking monsters that are on our Discord or our Reddit or in our DMs, you want to fucking argue with someone who's smarter than you? Argue with him, not with us, dude.
Do you get into
I
it
don't
on
got time for
Twitter?
this shit.
I don't like doing that. I really don't.
What
You
about,
will
like,
respond
what about,
too.
What about
People hit
private?
you
What
up,
about,
you will
I
respond
will
to
respond.
everybody.
I respond to people
Hit
all
this
the time.
man
I
up.
respond to people all the time.
what about like DMs? Does it go
cooler
down
than all
in
your
the
friends.
DMs?
Oh, I talk to people in DMs.
But do you like go back and forth? Do you entertain? Do you feed the trolls?
To an extent, but like
trolls?
to an extent, but you have to realize like there are people that like you respond and it's like you've opened up the floodgates and, suddenly
Yeah.
it's like
Give
boom,
them an
and you're
inch.
like, no,
And they're
like
taking
I don't
a
want
foot.
this, I don't want this. So like
A big old
fabric.
A big old hobbit foot.
my favorite is that people there and you guys probably find this too.
Yeah.
There's people where like they will hit you up and this almost always happens on like Instagram. Where people hit you up and then you're like nice to them for a little and then it's like they message you about like everything and you're like I don't know.
We're not friends,
you.
dog.
Yeah.
Like
Ha.
because
Tricked ya.
this is the thing
I
is
actually
like
hate you.
Unless
it's like
you want a John Lennon.
No,
What-
So why are you responding to these people? Is it to make yourself feel good and to seem like you're
it has,
humble?
no, it has nothing to do with that. It's
'Cause
just
that's
like,
me.
No.
So I respond to
No,
everybody.
No,
Not because I care about other people, but I care about myself.
asked
That's
me
our
and then
ethos.
said and then you answered the question.
I couldn't. It was too good of an insight. I just said I'm having self discovery live on mic. I need to share it with my best.
He's actualizing.
I need to share it with my actual friends, which are the Patreon subscribers.
No,
Thank you, friends.
I honestly
Best
like
friends.
I like talking to people.
But you
I
don't
like
want to
having
be.
that
But you don't want to be a
conversation.
real homie with somebody.
No, because there's a difference between like I want to have a conversation with you about this,
but just a
or
good
like
one, not a bad one.
Yeah.
good or bad or what. No, I'm fine to have the conversation. What I'm saying is like the comments that I don't like are when people are just like look at me. It's like you just want the attention.
Look at me.
You want,
Look at me.
you want the attention out of this.
My father was a fiend.
A bit of a drinker. Where the fuck are we? Oh,
I don't know.
We're in this beautiful-
We're in this beautiful, tasteful, folky apartment.
we alluded to this earlier when we were talking about films and how you kind of want to be in film in your life. Do you want to be a writer your whole life? Like, is that have you achieved everything you want to be professionally speaking?
You don't want to sell merch.
Well, no. I mean, that's like
you don't want a pod?
no. I mean, there's so much
Save it
more.
for CC.
There's so much more I want to do. Of course.
What do you want to do?
Yeah. What are your ambitions, dude?
I mean, of course, I want to write a book. Like,
Right.
of course, I want to
Like
do
a
that.
memoir, a book, a collection of essays,
no,
a novel?
No,
what are
I-
you talking about?
No,
Vignettes?
I want to write
Autobiography?
God.
There's more books we can name.
Novella? Operetta?
They can just go.
It's
A murder mystery?
The Rift.
Yeah, what kind of book do you want to? Is it about men's fashion?
No, I mean, I want to find a story that is good enough that is like, this is a book. Like,
A reported.
yeah. And there's a couple ideas that
You're in cold blood.
and there's a couple ideas that I've had that I'm like, that's a good book.
really.
And I'm like,
Well, don't share them.
maybe
'cause-
not. And then I kind of
'cause
walk.
we don't
And then
know.
I kind of walk away. From
Oh, what are some that you were like, and then you're like, well, actually, can you share? I'm just curious what we're like,
because here's the thing.
because I'm assuming they're about clothing or
is
culture.
that a lot of them end up being like too niche. Is like, I think that like engineered garments deserves like a book in my opinion. Like
Penthus.
that's a really good story to me.
This ain't Puma, it's
and
Needles,
and that story,
a memoir.
and the story of Daiki, and the story of what's his name, Kenzu.
Why are you looking at me?
No, you like.
What do you mean? Because you're the guy, dog.
If you know, you know.
love
the
Yeah.
Dikey, not a real New Yorker, according to this motherfucker over here.
Oh, we'll get into that.
Oh, sorry, that's 2 days from now. No, next week, next week.
no.
Or
No.
last week.
I don't
Maybe it
know.
was
I
last
don't know.
week.
I don't know. Who's in the Penthus guy? I don't know.
Kizu Suzumi, isn't that his name?
Suzumi, yes. I don't know. It's with a K, but
See,
yeah.
look, I looked at you for a reason. You knew it. Like I wasn't
But I
being
don't know it.
racist.
We'll cut this.
Please
It's a
cut
bet- No,
that.
I'm kidding. No, of course not.
I don't want.
All right.
So
That guy.
The needles guy. The
He's
butterfly
needles
man.
guy. If you know, you
Yeah.
know, man.
I
The
think,
butterfly
I
man.
think
Mister, if you know, you know.
like that's an interesting story, but like no one will read that. So
What?
It's like
You got fucking 3 readers right here. I mean,
a book though.
There-
Hit me
there-
with a galley.
we'd share the PDF.
there's another idea that we could talk about off mic that like I actually think is like
Oh, that's the one.
it might be the one, but we'll talk about it off mic.
So you want to write books?
Yeah, I mean,
Books or book?
I think I'd like to write multiple.
Bro, write the
books.
fucking souvenir had book.
I know. I mean,
Even though it's our IP. I
and
gift it
there-
to you. I bequeath the
What a
IP to
guy.
you.
What a guy.
and there's ideas.
take a cut.
There's
Our gift
ideas
to
and what
you.
have you.
We
but
want points.
But I don't know.
Big. What's the big?
Listen, I got to dude, I hit the lottery, man. I've got an amazing job.
What time do you get to leave work?
5:36.
5:30. I like that. I like the sound of that.
I mean, depending on how a story's going,
Okay,
but I'm very fortunate, man. I just like
Blessed. Hashtag blessed.
Yeah.
if I will stay at the Journal.
Got a great job. You got a great fiance. Despite your lack of restaurant recommendations, you are not starving. Hashtag blessed.
Yeah, dude.
Where the fuck are we? Oh yeah. So like writing books, film is out of the question. You think it's too late?
Ship sailed.
So if I were to ever get into film, it would be to do costume design. That is truly the thing that I find the most interesting about
Not
a
like
movie in a
adapted
lot of ways.
screenplay?
No, I really if I had not gotten a job after I lost my first job out of school and I was unemployed for a while.
Thanks, Obama.
That was not what happened.
Were you fired?
I was fired from my first job.
Really?
Was
For
it
what?
a layoff or was it like?
Oh no, I was fired. I was
being
fired.
a bad boy.
What happened?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
Bad boy.
I
Damn,
will-
it was that bad, eh?
I will just say
I don't think I've know this story. I can't wait to hear it off mic.
I will just say that
So I can just tell it later.
I will just say that to everyone listening that's like young, if you lose your job, it's like not the end of the world.
Right, bro. It's like totally not the
Lose
end of the
your
world.
job.
Yeah,
Quit
it's
your
like
job.
quit your job.
And
Tell
it's
your
like-
walk into your boss's office, say, "Hey, suck my dick, loser.
Fuck school, kill shit, whatever the fuck.
kill
Howard used to
people,
say.
burn shit, fuck
No.
school."
Hell yeah.
But I had gotten that job.
On future Wolfgang.
I had come out of school and I was fixated on getting a job. I was like, I'm in New York City. I have to get a job. I'm really nervous about money. I gotta get a job. And I had a job before I graduated, and that job was fine. And then it suddenly wasn't. And I had just moved. It was the day that I moved.
What?
And I was living on I had moved
You got fired on the first day?
No,
What?
no, no,
Were you
no,
a mover?
No. No. I had moved apartments and I was going into work.
Damn.
And I had moved from Gramercy. I moved from 20th Street to 90th Street. And I was working in Soho, and I came down and I went to work, and it was a Monday morning, and I went into work, and they called me into the office and they fired me. And
God damn.
And I, to this day, feel like it was the best thing that ever happened
Wait,
to
can
me.
we say what the employer was?
No, I don't want to say.
Okay.
I don't want to say. I
should've known.
I got the job through Sean Hotchkiss, who
Shout out Sean Hotchkiss, throwback.
who I adore. And Sean, if you are on the off chance you're listening, like, you're the best dude ever. And
But you fucked up.
no, he didn't.
Did he fire you?
He left the job. He left the job like a couple months earlier. He saw the writing on the wall, and he was able to get out.
Oh.
And
Got out while the get was good.
and then I
And he
didn't
served you up as a
and then
fucking
I didn't
straw
really-
man.
No, he didn't, dude. He didn't.
he threw my man under the bus.
He did.
He was a bus driver.
He threw him under the moving van.
He didn't. He was really.
Shout out Sean Hotchkiss. What a
Yo,
great guy.
so
he
if
was
that
the
didn't
nicest
happen,
guy.
and if all that didn't happen, you wouldn't be where you
I
are
wouldn't
today.
be where I am. But
it builds character.
But during that time that I was unemployed, I was like, maybe I should just like try to go to Parsons. And I thought about studying costume design, and
Interesting.
and
That's why he's got those big ass scissors. just like cut up those gowns, dude.
yeah, I mean the gowns have to be huge to fit on the screen.
Yeah, right. They gotta be gigantic. Yes. Oh man, you love a good riff with
I
the
love
boy.
that. I love that.
Hell yeah.
Sick, so sick.
dude. Dope. Fuck yeah, man.
But
Podcasting rocks.
yeah, I mean, I was still, when I watch a movie, I'm like, that's not right. Or that's
Ooh,
wow,
it,
you're a man of detail.
judge much?
it drives me insane when
That's why you're
when
so
things-
enraptured
when
by
things
you
it.
don't
are
think
wrong.
these motherfuckers know how to do their job better than you?
It drives
Armchair quarterback.
it
over
drives
here?
me insane when things are wrong. Like,
Give me an example of something that was wrong in a flick that you saw. Like an anachronism is what you're talking about, or
I'm trying to think. There was a movie recently where I was like, that's not how that person would dress, and I can't remember what it was.
not Gems.
Not Gems. Gems was incredible.
Was it Waterboy?
No, it wasn't Water.
Yeah, one of your
Colonel Sanders.
one of your Penn State films.
No, no.
Watch
Larry,
where you're going,
Larry,
needle dick.
you know what often happens is that in a movie where it's the same thing, because you say this as if like, you should trust them. Think about how many movies you watch where the New York apartment is gigantic, and you're like, that's not possible. It's the same thing with clothing, where sometimes
Look at this apartment.
No, hold on,
huge.
Hold on, no.
I feel like I'm on fucking Friends over
No,
here.
but it's always like the example I always think of is like in Master of None. His apartment was so nice, and there's no way he could afford that apartment.
What's his job in Master
It's
of
the
None?
same.
He's unemployed.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing with clothing, where sometimes we're watching a movie and you're like, that person's wearing designer, and they're complaining about the fact they don't have a job. Like it's like it just doesn't
as we learned
work.
from our close personal celebrity friends, Adam Pally, and to a lesser extent, celebrity Dan Levy.
Yeah, not a celeb at all, I would say.
Not at all.
Adam Pally, great.
Adam
great
Pally rules.
fits. Amazing
yeah,
fits.
he's great fit.
Loves the Noah.
Always
loves
huge
Noah.
Clark's guy.
Yeah, you love to see it.
They are just gaming the fucking budget wardrobe, and like he's a contractor on Indebted Thursday nights, 9:30 p.m. and he's wearing
BC.
Viz. He's wearing Viz and Fear of God.
Yeah.
And
As a contractor.
and white leather Bostons.
Yeah.
Because he gets to keep.
Was
all
there a
that shit.
point to that?
He gets to keep all that shit.
No, he's saying that you might be watching something. You're like, why do they do this? And it's because the costume designer is
I'm
fucking
sorry.
milking it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He's wearing it on the show.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
His character is like a blue collar guy that has to take his parents in because
Yeah.
Bernie's not
It
president.
ultimately was a tangent that probably could have.
Yeah, we could cut that. No, we don't have to cut that.
That was a cool.
But you can't remember your example of when you watched a movie and you're like, fucking
can't-
L. You take an L, fam.
I can't remember. It'll come to me.
Well, you're all about the details, and because you're all about the details, you are very consistently street style. But I want to ask you,
Ooh, here we
what's
go,
your
baby.
secret to constantly getting flicked up
Yeah.
in these streets?
So
You're one of the most flicked up dudes in the world right now, I would say.
I don't think that's true at all.
Bro, you're in
Well,
every gallery, bro.
New York Fashion Week, at least.
I mean,
I've seen you on the Grailed IG at least 10 times. I can't imagine how that's
It's
happening.
you and a young Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah. I mean, no, you get, all right, let's be real. You get street styled.
I do.
Good amount. And because
Considering
because you're the best dressed man in New York.
considering how unfortunate looking I am, it's pretty impressive.
You're a handsome fellow. What are you
Yeah, what are you talking about?
What
You're
is your
fit, you're in
secret?
shape?
What's your secret?
Yeah,
to
what is the
getting-
secret to getting street styled?
I just dress like this.
For all the
is just
cloud
how-
chasers at
This
home.
is literally just how I dress. Like I don't. There's
dress-
no,
do you
there's no
dress-
secret.
You don't.
No,
dress
I
different,
dress.
You don't
different?
pander
I
to
dress
the lenses?
weird. I'm being totally honest. I dress
the paps?
weirder on like a normal weekend than I do sometimes during like those events. Because here's the thing: I'm in Paris I'm in Milan and Paris for 2 weeks. I can't pack that many clothes.
How many suitcases do you bring?
One suitcase.
Big.
It's
check?
huge.
It's huge. It's the size of the scissors in the fucking
People
spool,
see it. I'll like drag it on the train, and they see it, and they literally go,
Get
like,
an Uber.
They
Don't
literally
sit on
no,
America.
the train between Milan and Florence, and then Florence. Like, come on.
You're so uncivilized, bro.
And
It's
they'll literally look at me, and
No, I was calling him out.
they'll be like, and like laughing at me
Yankee.
for the size of the suitcase. But like this time I packed like I was just like whatever is the most like versatile. So like whatever I can like mix and match
So
the
there,
most.
you don't have.
So
you
I
have no
left
secret.
I
to the
left
cloud
back
chasers
like
at home.
I left back like most of like the like fire or whatever.
You're not packing like statement.
the
statement-
fire.
You're not
The
packing.
quote unquote fire.
You're not packing statement garms.
no, because this is the
Bro,
other,
my man's got like the tie-dye Dries fucking trow on. That statement is fuck.
but this
The
is
Noah pants.
But this
Yeah.
is the other thing about
that you
kind
parroted.
of doing that stuff is that I still want to be taken seriously, and so I don't want to just wear like what I wear on like a Saturday here, which
we're
is
talking,
like
what do you
we're talking
wear on
about
Saturday
Fashion
here?
Week though.
pattern on pattern on pattern on like
Crazy.
I like I'll wear
All kinds of crazy
I
colors.
mean I'll wear like a pattern pant with a pattern sweater and then like a like pattern coat. Like I don't care about like
Stupid
I
foodie
like
swag.
that. But
So you don't have any secret to for everyone listening at home who's like, oh, my dream is to be fucking street styled by Chris Fenimore in the mean streets of.
oh my god, you want to know this? You want this?
Pay Fenny.
No,
Slip him a fucking. Hey,
my man's Fenny.
Just slip him a Harriet Tubman. Slip my man a
An
Tubman
Abe,
real
an Abe,
quick. Yeah.
Abe.
no. The secret is like
Penny.
the secret is. God, why would you aspire to that? I mean, don't.
No, I'm just. You have no secret.
No.
That's what I'm trying to get at you.
No, but my point is like, don't aspire to that because you wear
Be
your
better.
clothes,
Sure.
and be comfortable.
Aim higher
Wear
was
your
what we
clothes
would
and be
say.
comfortable in them.
Sure.
If that's what you wear every day, then you're gonna look normal when you walk down the street.
It's all about confidence, in my opinion.
The best thing I ever
fit.
heard. The best thing I ever heard in terms of this was like, I one time, I think Tommy. I was like talking to Tommy about this.
Tommy
Ton,
and I don't even think I asked him like.
friend of the show.
I don't think I was even saying something about like him shooting me or whatever, but he was like, your face looks just like weird when you walk by. Cause like I'll see them.
Start smoking.
Cause
Negative.
yeah, I mean, this was the whole thing. Cause like you see them and you're kind of like, there's people taking my photo. And as we've talked about, like, I don't like having my photo taken.
Sure.
I don't like
Sure,
looking
sure,
at like, and so you just kind of like, you tense up and you look weird when you do that. So like, just like be a normal person and wear clothes, like just wear the clothes.
On record right now on the podcast, are you denying that you have a folder on your on a hard drive that has every street style of you ever taken in chronological order? You don't have that. Tell
So
me you don't.
I have so
His mom has
so
it.
I have this is a pathetic story, but I have so few photos of myself like in anywhere
Sure.
that when I was single and I joined a dating app, I had to Google myself to then to
Oh, and
then
he was like, look at the
to
options. So
then
many options.
download photos of
What did you pick?
myself.
Street style photo?
And I picked like
Gallagher the comedian.
This man is a model.
and I did,
Yo, what did you-
in deadass I picked like the most like normal looking street style photo where I like don't look like I'm like walking down the street.
That looks like a candid.
it's like
In
this looks like a
crispy
candid.
fucking 4K.
You got to post your stimple.
Yeah, dude.
Was this Raya?
Yeah, it was on Raya.
Fire. Any
But now I'm
celebrities?
happily engaged.
Yes.
And,
Yes, you are.
and I have someone who accepts me as I am.
Yeah, and think about how
You're talking
easy-
about me, Lawrence, and Chuck.
Yeah. And think about how easy it would be for because you have, I mean, obviously, as I've said, like, you know, there are a lot of qualities that make a great partner, right? But number one is they're willing to take fit pics of you. So, like, you have this embarrassment of riches that you're not even tapping into and utilizing.
What's the embarrassment of riches in that sentence?
The
That
fit
you
pics of
have
yourself.
somebody who's with you all the time to take pictures of you and you never even ask.
Does she secretly take pictures of you crying at the movies?
Yeah.
No, but she does have photos of me doing the crossword. Like she has like every
New York Times?
She has like most every Saturday.
My man's just doing Saturdays?
Crush the Saturday.
Shit.
Also, another speaking of
Galaxy
embarrassment of riches, this building in the lobby, awesome fit pic mirror. So
I
let's
know,
say you
I
are a
know.
single, depressed, lonely, sad
Listen, I get-
loser
listen.
who could only find joy in copping Johns and getting fits off for the homies. You have this mirror, and again, going underutilized. It's pathetic.
Listen,
This man is so entitled.
How come you don't post fit pics?
Yeah. Let's talk about psychology. Do you think you like? Do you hate yourself?
I don't have a great. I mean, if we're speaking candidly, like,
Yes,
I don't
we're
have
behind the paywall.
I don't have a
Go off,
great like I don't have a great self-image. Like
Jeremy suffers with this too, which is so funny. The Jaws enthusiast who has image issues. How these things are reconciled is it's so interesting to me. In all sincerity,
I will because I believe in like grand transparency and whatever. Like I had very bad acne as a teenager. I had terrible acne, and it was in my high school years. And it was right around when Facebook started coming out, and so there was like
Zuckerberg.
So there was like a ton of photos. It was like a ton.
Zucked again.
It was like a ton of photos of myself on Facebook with people like taking parties and whatever. And I just looked
untagged.
And I was like, I look terrible, and I just like untagged everything. And I just like learned to hate myself.
Sure.
And then when I was in college, I mean, this is like again, like just like totally candid, like. I was very lonely,
right?
And
did that contribute to like the drinking and partying?
And I developed an eating disorder,
okay.
and I still deal with it. I have like terrible body image issues, and I don't necessarily like what I see in the mirror all the time, and that's like sick. Like you just like you like have a sickness, and so that's why like I look at photos of myself and I'm like, these are all I just look terrible in all these. Right. So like.
What when you're with friends? Because I feel like there's this whole idea of like, this pressure to be like, hey, look at how much fun I'm having with other people on Instagram. When people like you're hanging out with Chris Black and he wants to take a fit pic, you cool with that? Like you cool with people flicking you up for like their, not to necessarily rub in your face or whatever.
Just an IG story.
So like
it disappears in 24 hours. That's cool.
That's part of it. And Chris will take a photo of me and I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then like he'll take a photo and I'm always like, let me see it. And I'm always like, I hate it. Like take another. And then he'll always run the one that I was like, I hate it.
Oh, you are not going to enjoy when Chuck takes your photo.
Like, oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Actually, this is a big high pressure scenario because we need assets tonight.
So he did that to me.
1, 2, 3.
He did that to me this weekend. And I was like, I like wrote him and I was like, why did you post that photo?
Right.
But like, look, people take a photo of me, they can do what they want with it.
Sure.
There's nothing I can do, but
he's going to pick the best one.
But
he has a good eye.
I'm loath to repost it. Like,
sure.
That's just the whole
That's
thing.
never going to happen.
I mean, it's happened a couple times.
How good was that picture? What were those? How big was the fucking fit?
I was wearing that sweater vest in my Beams patchwork coat. It was like in Milan. I think it was a grill. I think it was a grilled photo. I think that what's his name? Richardson took it.
Mark.
Richardson.
Yeah, shout out Mark.
And I like posted it to my stories.
But to you, that was like a huge leap.
But I was also looking downward and like did not. Yeah. So
could have been anybody.
Could have been anybody.
Yeah. All right. Well,
moving back to professionalism.
I'm sorry if that was like too.
No.
We've had
big questions only.
We've
man.
had people come out on the pod as victims of sexual abuse. We've had people come out as perpetrators of sexual abuse. Neve Schulman. It's a fucking It's the most transparent podcast.
You're cutting that. You're cutting that. You are.
Oh, Neve, what do you mean, Neve Schulman? You can read
that's
it.
like that's public
I forgot
record.
about that.
Yeah,
Google it.
He's a celebrity. Like you can
do your Googles.
It's fair use.
Dude.
It's not. We have a lawyer now. Thank God.
Thank fucking God. I do want to know though,
Professionalism.
interview wise, who's your dream interview?
Oh, Ray Kawakubo.
No, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I mean it's not gonna happen. I've met Ray. That was like kind of.
How are the bangs?
Yeah.
They're there. You know,
They exist.
that's her hair.
Not Dusty, not
Did
Nav
you
level.
bow? Did you shake her hand? What was the greeting?
Oh, I was so nervous. I don't even know.
You blacked out.
I mean, I remember.
You did like a half bow. You tapped her up.
It was after like a
You went to
show.
pound
It was
and
after
grabbed it.
it was after a show exactly a year ago. I think it was exactly a year ago, and Daphne at Com, who's their PR, who's a good friend. She was like, I know you want to meet
Daphne.
She was like, I know you want to meet Ray.
It's like a fucking Make-A-Wish shit.
She was like, I know you want to meet Ray. Like, come backstage and like say hi, and so I came backstage, and I think I just said like that was a really beautiful show, and
Sure.
and
In Japanese?
and she said like she said thank you. She speaks English. To an extent.
Really?
Yeah, to an extent.
Yeah, too. Yeah, sure.
And I think I like shook her hand, and I was just like, it's great to meet you, and like did that. You know,
Do you ask her like sign?
but here,
Can you sign my trousers?
But it
What
was
was your fit?
I don't remember, but it was also like
Doubt it.
like backstage
Lies.
at a show like that. People, you know, like Tim Blanks was there. Like people
Sure.
like go and try to get a soundbite out of her
Trying
to write a review.
no avail.
To write a review.
Fruitless.
So like, and I'm not a reviewer, so I was like, I'm not going to bother her. I'm not going to waste her time.
Sure.
But that's probably the big one. I mean, there's other people that I'm like, it's funny because there's now like, I'm not really interested in because of how much like celebrities have become so important. Like I'd love to just like
They're the biggest cultural.
I
figures
wish
we
that
got.
I wish that there was a publication or something that only talked to celebrities just about their clothing shop, like their shopping habits.
It's called GQ.
No. I don't mean anything around like so and so has an album out, so we're gonna like mention that they buy a lot at this store or whatever. I want like the nitty gritty of like the first
Celebrities
thing.
don't shop for themselves
I-
though.
Well, Little Uzi Vert does.
Some do. Yeah, there's a select few, like or that even dress themselves. Right. That's why everyone loved Jonah because it felt so real.
Because like I bring this up because like I would love
'Cause it was.
I would love to like
We did it.
I would love to talk to Uzi just about clothing, and I think that he probably would because he's.
Wait,
kind
are
of
you saying
like
that there's not a publication that only talks to artists who are self-publicizing a project about their clothing? Because
I
how is it
want-
not GQ?
No,
Seriously.
that is what GQ does. I'm talking about like the
minutia?
The minutia.
You really want the
I
fucking
really want
ugly details.
I want the ugly details of like talk to me about going to Hirschleifers and buying women's Chanel. Like that's what I want to know.
Fucking go do some undercover boss shit at Patron of the New. Talk to every NBA player. Talk to every rapper.
undercover waiter at Carbone.
I'm gonna take you guys on a journey.
Yeah.
We're starting with Prudo.
Dude, we had the best. Dude, this guy was a
They all
fucking.
do the same shtick.
Bro, this guy was almost acting like he was trying to win a Tony. I'm like, yo, give me the rigatoni. Yeah, don't try to win a Tony.
Rigatoni from the Tony.
Oh man, he rocked.
Who
We
was
gave
your
him-
waiter?
I don't know, but he got
some
the
fucking
illest tip.
some rich dude now.
He got the best tip.
Robust.
Guys, like, yo, good luck with your podcast,
no,
guys.
Wait. But I just want to clarify.
Yes.
I'm GQ does an incredible job at that. I want.
Yeah,
I'm
no shots.
I'm talking like if for like people that are really obsessed with this, like I would love to know about that kind of stuff. Like,
Why don't you do this?
Yeah, this sounds like
it's just
a really
weird.
great
It's just not.
elevator
It's just not
pitch.
really what I do. Maybe it's what I would do at some point, but it's not what I do.
Why don't you
right
start
now.
like a separate fucking repeating column where it's just like, yo, we're talking to celebrities about the nitty fucking gritty. Call it the nitty gritty.
Maybe we'll see. We'll see.
The
All right.
nitty fucking gritty.
Who'd be the worst interview
yeah,
I don't
that
know.
you could do
I
with?
don't know.
you don't know.
Us?
So this isn't
You? Man's is straight up thinking emoji face.
Eyebrow up.
Fucking monocle, dude.
interviewing myself would be really weird. No, I don't know who would be the worst. I don't know.
All right. Well, I guess it was a bad question. It was.
Well,
I
we
want
know
to
who
get
the worst
into
interviewer is.
Yo, fuck fashion. I want to get into shit outside fashion.
Sure.
You're a big runner. What's your running fit?
yeah.
So I don't run anymore.
Really? Why not?
I know this is
Lawrence
crazy.
with the misinformation.
This is
Come
crazy.
on,
when did
bro.
you stop running?
I had
Is it 'cause it's cold
I
out?
had to give up running. So
Wait, you had to.
I was running last winter. I was reaching my peak of like how many miles I could clock in a week. Like
What,
I
what we
was
talking about?
Yeah. What numbers we put on the board? He's doing math.
3 figures
3 figures.
in a week. In a week.
4 figures?
30 plus 30 40.
So how many miles at a time are you doing?
Yeah.
I would run about 5
God damn.
during a weekday, and then I could and then I-
Motherfucking Forrest
and then
Gump
I was,
out
and
here.
then I was doing long runs on the weekend. So
Lawrence has never traveled that
I've
distance
never.
on foot.
I've honestly. I've
in his
never.
life
I have
combined.
not run as an adult man.
so but to any runners listening, like that's like fine. That's not like that.
Oh, that's
like
not that impressive?
That's like moderately impressive. That's not like like if you're training for a marathon, dude,
Yeah, well.
you'll spit like
Sure.
18 yourself.
18 miles on a Saturday.
Yeah, you'll
like,
tape
you
your
just,
nipples
like,
and shit your trout.
Yeah. Clang those clackers.
so
what are you listening to while you run?
podcasts. I was podcast. I would normally back
Press
then.
box.
So what happened was that I was running with the running club, and I was doing about a 12, 13 mile run. In the last 2 miles coming over the Brooklyn Bridge, I was like, nope, something's wrong. And I just kept going. And my knee was completely out of whack. And I went to run. I took like 2 days off and I went to run on the third day, and I made it like down my block and was like, ugh, this is
Shut
bad.
it down.
So I went to the orthopedist, and something was wrong with my knee. And she was basically like, your knee's just like, your IT band's so tight that
worst.
your knee is like clicking together because of all the tension. So I couldn't run. And so I was in PT for like 6 months, like straight up, like, and it was getting better and getting better. And I was like, I had to keep working out. So I was like doing the damn elliptical, which was
Right.
so boring for like whatever.
What other
And-
what other hell shit do you do now?
I'll
If you can't do running.
I'll get to it. So
Okay.
so
So,
I got cleared through PT, and coincidentally, I'm getting exposed where he lives because it's behind the paywall, I guess. But Alex Orley of Orley, the brand, lives on my block
okay.
and is a big runner. And
Of
I saw-
BOF now.
No. That's his brother. That's
Oh.
Matt. That's Matt.
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 Shit. Well, whatever.
So Alex,
Orly's and Orly.
Alex is a big runner, and he was like, "Come run with me one day." And I was like, "Sure, man. Like I'm back. Like I'll do it." So this is probably like my third, fourth run back, and we go over the bridge, and we're like running through Manhattan for a little, and that's like a good like handful of miles or whatever. We're coming back in the last mile again, and I'm like, "Nope,
It's the bridge, bro.
Bro, you're a glutton for punishment, man.
it's done again."
The
So-
bridge is cursed. Know your limitations,
So
man.
so
What the fuck?
Stay home.
where I live, this will now expose,
Podcast.
This will now relatively expose where I live. But
Hell
where,
yeah.
But where I live, there's no gym. Like the nearest
gym desert.
The nearest gym is like
Damn.
like too many blocks away.
Miles.
So
You
like,
don't want to run there.
well,
yeah.
I should
You
say
can't run
I
there.
should say there's an Equinox that's like
Equinox.
that's like not that
Equinox.
far, but it is
Pony up.
It is a very bad Equinox.
Oh, like so but it's the same price.
Like
but
we
it's trash.
looked on Yelp and we were like, this is like 3 stars Equinox. I was like,
3-star
this is-
Equinox.
This is bad.
Damn.
Fucking Syria.
So
I only got half a hand job in the steam room.
so I was walking by.
I didn't get finished.
It's a great cruising scene.
I didn't get
I was
finished.
walking by, going to the train, and there's a workout thing called Orange Theory.
gym?
That's like, as Chris Black describes it, it's suburban berries.
Okay.
And that's what I do now. And I do
Whoa,
it.
Chris
I do
Black
it-
was hating on something?
I do it
That's crazy.
4 times a week.
So what is it?
It's expensive. How much per class?
It's a lot of money.
more than Barry's.
I pay like over $200 a month for this shit.
Bro, just go to Equinox.
But I care a lot about doing it.
Sure.
Like it has made
So it's
me-
high intensive interval training.
You
Is that
row,
what it is?
you run. Because
Oh,
I can
shit.
run like on treadmill
Sure.
up to like the 3 miles I'll do in like a 17, 18 minute like max whatever, whatever the hell. And then you lift. And it's like
Just fucking tossing plates.
Damn.
What other like health and wellness shit do you do
Yeah. What are you into?
besides Orange Lounge? What was it?
Orange
Theory.
theory. What other health,
Besides Hugo Boss Orange Label.
what other health and wellness stuff to do? I don't know. What
I don't know. Are you?
what is other health and wellness?
Like,
stuff?
do you
Take
eat
supplements?
clean? Do you fucking douche your ass? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like
Coffee enemas?
enema? Like,
Yeah. Use
Oh,
Grundle cream.
fucking ding some crystals?
No, I don't.
know,
I don't
like-
mess with that. I have Crohn's disease, so I don't like mess with like my
Your butt.
I don't try to like do those.
You got to stop drinking these beers, dog.
I know. It's terrible.
Charge it to the fucking game.
I asked my doctor. I was like, should I stop drinking
Like,
alcohol?
absolutely.
And he was like, well, you might want to like think about it.
Yeah.
And I thought about it
One
then
day.
Then I did.
You're 28. You're good. What is the biggest?
I try to eat very healthy though.
What's your typical weekday lunch?
Salad,
Yeah. Got to do a
Where?
salad for lunch. I can
Just
even agree.
sweet green, chop,
green?
just salad, Freshco.
You switch it up.
Bat the cycle on salad because you will get bored.
Yeah.
I honestly, I'm like a very much a routine dude. I just get the same salad basically every day.
We've
Maybe
talked
there's,
about
like,
this.
3.
You
Yeah.
like do the same thing like every single day.
I love routine. Dude.
Yeah,
It keeps me.
That shocks
Because I'm
me.
a psychopath, so I need the stability.
Okay, but
But also, if you have the app, you can just very quickly like reorder shit.
wait, but
yeah, also that, and this is a laziness factor.
wait,
for sure.
but that shocks me because you do drugs. So like, what?
I'm just talking about for lunch. Oh, no. Also, to your point, no. I think I am a chaotic person to the point where like certain things make me feel better. It's not like OCD,
Like eating salad?
But,
Eating and
eating the
salad?
same lunch every day, or
I mean, it's also like you're
consistency.
at a fucking joyless, dank desk. Like, what's gonna?
Yeah.
I'm a desk luncher. I'm a desk
luncher.
Who isn't? Who is
Sit there.
I've never
I don't
met a
know,
non.
ladies who lunch.
I've never met a non-desk luncher.
I'm a
sit
man
there,
who munches, not a
crush,
lady who
like-
lunches.
Crush like half an article while you're just rabbiting
Your
at
article.
desk. Just
Yeah.
no, just reading.
Give
Just,
yourself some
just
clicks,
trying to
dude.
read.
Yeah.
The clicks coming from inside the house.
Jacob, what is the biggest misconception people have about menswear?
For the New York Times, it would be calling it men's apostrophe, like a possessive.
Wait,
wear.
like
I hate that shit.
like menswear in general, or like
Yes.
Not hashtag menswear.
why would people have misconceptions about what men wear? I don't understand. What does that mean?
Yes.
Like, what does that question mean?
Like you are,
If you have to ask.
you are an oracle. You're an investigator. So like when you put shit out there,
oracle.
okay, not oracle. You're a soothsayer.
He calls the motherfucker an oracle.
Wall Street Journal is the most widely circulated newspaper in the country.
What does that mean? Like,
What is the biggest misconception? So your
What is the
expertise
misconception people
menswear.
have about men's capital
Men's
F fashion? That's what he means.
I think that
That it's fucking gay, bro. Like that's what he means. What's the general misconception?
I'm not trying to bait you into saying
No.
that. I'm saying, like, in your experience, what do people?
you know what honestly the biggest misconception is that people around you will care about what you wear. And what I mean by this is that when people
Love to know what the boys are wearing.
no.
Thinking of the boys' fits right
I'm
now.
so invested in my boys' fits, dog. It's the only thing that gives me life.
So I get out of bed.
What I mean by this is if you're not you or me, and you are
What about
just
Chuck?
or Chuck, and you're just a guy, you just
Thank you.
let's say you're a guy and you live in New York.
Fucking dude. You're a dude.
Is that what dudes sound like? Yeah. That's what Jake sounds like in my mind versus Jacob, who's like, now let me speak on the podcast.
I don't know what that
I
was.
don't sound anything like that.
No, you don't. We sound a little similar.
We sound pretty similar.
Yeah, Karen Monica,
It goes
Seth
Karen
Rogen.
Monica,
It's all-
you, then me.
Karen Monica's
Where's
not
Seth Rogen?
Jewish, right?
Karen Monica's not Jewish.
Yeah.
He's a good Italian American.
No,
Fucking mama.
let's say
mia.
you're just a guy and you work a job that has nothing to do with clothing, but you care
Yes.
about it and whatever, and you want to try
Fucking
something,
civilian.
and you want to try something, or you want to do something, you want to wear something, and you're like,
You want to get crazy?
and you're like, oh, I'm so, and you think like, no, my friends are gonna think I'm weird if I wear this or whatever. Your friends are not gonna care. They're
No,
not
they're
gonna
gonna
care.
roast your ass.
No, they're not gonna roast.
No, here's my
that
point.
is
They're going to
not
roast
true.
you, but they don't really care.
They don't really care.
And we can
They
move
might
Might
be
be
like,
roasting out of jealousy.
They might be like,
yo, this guy's actually doing something with
roasting
his
out
life.
of love.
they might say like,
Love a good love roast.
they might say like, cool shirt guy, but if like you can't, if you can't,
Look at fucking shirt guy over here.
Hey,
This
cool
fucking
shirt, dude.
But
Yeah,
once you get past that, it's like they don't
Sure.
care. They just
Right.
don't care.
It's just
no one,
clothes,
Don't be
bro.
so self-conscious.
don't be so
man.
serious about it. No one thinks about you as much as you think they do.
Yes.
That's just
Yes.
the truth.
That
is
is
ultimately
called
just
the
truth.
human condition.
Related question: what's the biggest misconception people have about Jacob Gallagher?
That your name's Jake. Besides that.
I think that people, I don't know. I think sometimes people think that I like have this sense that I know it all, or that like I like,
Ooh,
like that
a
I-
pretension
that I am
about
a
you.
little bit pretentious. Like I have been told this before from people,
Damn.
and I think that
Bars.
and I
To your face?
yeah to my face
This motherfucker's spitting.
and and I
That's not the meme. You don't know. You don't understand the meme.
Yeah, but it sounds cool to say.
and I mean it's insane to be like I'm not pretentious, but like that is
I'm not
that is
pretentious. How dare you?
but
Wipe my monocle. I challenge you to a duel, sir.
Pistols at dawn.
but that notion actually bothers me because I feel like my whole thing is that I don't know enough. Like I want to know more. I like constantly am like
You're a man of the people, too,
I'm constantly
man.
trying to know more.
You're on the quest for
And so
knowledge.
it's like I am very well aware of the things that I do not know, and I am. And that's a lot of things, and I just want to know more. And like, and
This clearly bothers you that
it-
some people would have this perception of you.
it just bothers me because like curiosity in like knowing that I don't know anything is like a foundational part of how I am and who I am. And I think sometimes just because of like the way that I sound or where or like what I write or whatever.
you write.
And that might be true, but like listen, I am just like tell me I'm wrong. I want to be wrong.
You heard it here
Tell me
first. No,
something.
no fucking ego, man. Of the
Yeah.
fucking people, always on the quest for knowledge to better himself, not only but to better you, dear reader,
No cap.
dear listener.
All beret.
Yeah. Episode title. Fuck yeah. Well, no, we can't be capping every title.
What else was it?
No, but well,
whatever.
we
I don't
passed. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Enough about ourselves. It's time to wrap up the first
Yeah.
section of the podcast and move on to the second, equally important topic, which is money.
Yeah.
As you know,
Mm-hmm.
we are a classy, elegant, non-gauche,
Above motherfucking board, bitch.
grade A, just 1A fucking podcast. However, the people do want to know, how much money do you make?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna answer that.
How much is
Okay.
that? How much is your rent?
Has anyone answered that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Neve Schulman. How much money do you make? Oh wait. How much is your rent? Sorry.
It's a lot of money.
How much money?
Your rent is a lot of money.
No, it's not that much money.
How much money would you like to make?
Yeah,
Like, what's an acceptable salary or income level for you? Like that would make
For
you
me?
for you and your
I'm not
lovely
gonna answer
fiance.
that.
No,
That's
really?
so weird.
Because for some people, it's like, $1 million. For some people, it's $1 billion. For some people, it's 50,000.
If you really want to know,
50,000, fucking
Well,
broke boy.
I believe in
What do you want of the Groms?
That's rude.
Hell yeah.
What are you gonna say
Yeah.
before we?
I believe in transparency in terms of this, but that's not something I like feel
They've been
It's just
transparent about
necessary-
your 8 million cuts we have to make.
it's just necessary to share.
You don't have to answer it, but I do want to know what, like, as a man of fine taste and in clothing, art, travel, etc., what do you like to spend your money on?
Yeah.
Typically,
Besides John's.
besides John's.
Because that's why you're here. Because you cop John's. You cop Big John's.
I mean, what are the big things? You spend money on food, you spend money on clothing, and you spend money on travel. Like those. I feel like
Movies?
those are
Zoovies?
movies, but that's not like
That's art, baby. That's life. That's air.
It's not a significant investment. Oh, I mean, I spend money on like art and stuff.
Talk about your disposable income, dude. You love
Are you a big traveler?
Well, depends. Not necessarily.
Where's the last place you went for leisure?
Not for work.
For
Not
leisure.
work. Santa Fe.
Okay.
Santa Fe.
All right.
Yeah.
So you didn't answer what's your rent. Oh, what's your John's budget per month? Like, what are you typically spending
Oh, it
on
it
John's?
fluctuates. It fluctuates. I mean,
What's the sliding
Feb
scale?
looking like? It's a short month, but it's leap year.
about below over 500, below 1,000.
Okay. That's moderate.
Pretty specific range.
It's one pair of trousers.
No.
Here's a question you and only you can answer. What stocks should we buy?
I
Yeah.
actually don't know. I don't own any stocks.
But you work at
I
Journal,
own
bro.
no stocks. When I did my taxes this year, it was so easy because I literally have I don't own anything. I just had
You don't want a billion tchotchkes. What are you talking about?
No. Anything of like
All these can you write these off?
No, you cannot. Let me tell you, you cannot.
Absolutely not.
Could if I would, sir. But all I had was my W-2. I mean, it was like I don't own any stocks. I don't own
My
any
man is
investments. I
not
have nothing.
diversified.
I'm not diversified. I
We're
need
about to put our CPA through the motherfucking ringer. I'll
it's
tell you
about
that
to be
much.
bad. It's about to be a fucking bloodbath.
Oh hell yeah! All right. Enough about money.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the third.
That's right,
and
guys. I
final
already did my
topic.
taxes this year.
Are you serious?
Did them. I got my return. I just said I got my return.
Yeah. I know a lot of people
put two and
that
two
that don't have complicated
I guess
tax
it is-
preparation that do it
You just go on
immediately.
TurboTax. You get your
Yeah,
W-2.
yeah,
You go on TurboTax. It's like, boop.
For
done.
all you non-diversified motherfuckers, you
Yeah.
don't know what it's like to
I got
be
a guy.
tied up in a lot of stuff.
I got a guy. Hands in many pots.
That return is just
A lot of moving parts.
All right,
very
on to the
tasty.
third and final
Yeah.
topic, which is you're engaged.
Yeah, man.
I'm
Congrats.
engaged.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Lawrence, what's some marriage advice you'd give Jacob?
Oh my God.
I'm really big into love languages right now. This is it's a book. It's an easy read. It's a general concept. You need to know your partner's love language. Is it quality time? Is it acts of service? Is it gift giving? And you got to fucking figure it out. But you can't treat someone like based on your own love language. Everyone is different, right? So you need to know. You need to know what you want, and you need to know what your partner wants. And you need to understand. You both need to understand that it's a two-way street, like you have with your editor.
Bro, can I borrow this book?
It's great, man. It's great. It's the best thing. Anyway, that's my advice.
Take it
Look
or leave
up.
it. You take it or you're
Yeah.
leaving it.
So I don't know what Rachel's love language is, and I don't know what yours is, but you should have this dialogue, be open, be honest, and try to do one thing for that person's primary or secondary love language a day, and it's going to improve your relationship.
What's
That's
your
fucking bars, and that's free.
What's your love language? Gifts.
No, that's my wife's. That's my wife is gifts and quality time, and then mine is touch is one. Touch, and that's me. I like being hugged. I like back rubs. You know, I'm a big, I'm a very emotional person.
How about
so I
freedom?
Like that.
How about freedom to banter with the boys?
Did you both read this book, or just you? And then you like really
No, we
read
both
it?
read this
You
book.
both read this
Yeah,
book.
it's really great. I
So
highly
then,
recommend it
after
for
you
any
read this
couple.
book, did you like have the dialogue about like?
Yeah, so
what is your
yeah. Well, you could in the book. There's like tests you could use online too. You don't have to like buy
It's a
this
BuzzFeed
book.
quiz.
Yeah, right. No, I mean
I'm
it's,
Jasmine.
it's I think it's you can read the book independently, right? And then you should get together with the person and talk it out. You know,
like the
just
most human you've ever been?
I'm a fucking real person,
That was
man.
fucking weird, bro. Let's move
That
on to
was
the next
so
question.
It's good advice you asked. I
That was
gave
really good advice. I feel like you never seen. You
I
be a
alluded to this on the
person.
boys only when I was like we were talking about thoughtfulness. This is me
That was
expounding upon
incredible.
that.
I've known you for like 10 years. That was the most humane I've ever seen.
You're
you.
welcome.
Are you ready? Do you feel ready?
Yeah, I mean, listen,
How long have you guys been dating?
a couple of years.
Yeah, so you live together.
Actually, we really haven't. We've been dating for like a year and a half.
Did you guys meet at work?
We met at work,
Crazy.
but the thing is
At the
that
journo?
yeah.
Is she on off duty?
I want to make
No.
love in this club.
Well,
Hey.
and I say this as someone who has not crossed the threshold to marriage yet, but
Wait, did you have to tell HR about this? What's the
No,
po-
no.
Oh,
Spicy.
Damn.
Little
Dipping the
Jim and-
pen in
Jim
the
and
company
Pam
ink.
sitch. Jim and
Don't
Pam.
report to each other. It has no bearing.
Oh, but I don't know what the policy is at the fucking Wall Street
But
Journal.
the nature of marriage is so different in this day and age because like we live together already.
Sure.
It do be a social construct.
Wow.
We absolutely want to get married, like absolutely believe in it, what have you, but like we're getting married in Brooklyn. We'll come back that night and we'll be married.
Where's the
Like,
honeymoon?
Ooh.
Have you thought about it?
We
Have
have
you guys
thought about
discussed
it.
What are some options right now?
We're
Bora Bora.
We're thinking Italy.
Nice.
We're
Oh,
we are not going to do the
baby.
Lawrence Lawson fit pick extravaganza.
The best part of getting married.
Really?
The Super Bowl fit picks.
Really just unbelievable.
That was too much.
It was
South,
too
north.
much.
What are we doing?
You're welcome.
Just a whole bunch of places.
Because you just go to Milan.
going
And
food,
Milan
you
is. Do you like Milan? Or do you like Milan?
I like Milan.
It's Pittsburgh, bro. It's Pittsburgh.
Yes,
and
it is. That's right. A workable East Coast city. That's what Milan is. I love
collar.
it. Blue collar.
It's industrial.
Blue. I love it. As an East Coaster, I love Milan.
And you go to Florence for pity because Florence is awesome.
You don't like Firenze?
I'm getting so now
The
that
best walking city in Italy, my G.
I've gone now 8, 9 times, whatever, and
Flex.
it becomes like
Big fucking flex alert.
also
I get it. David's penis is small. Are we off mic?
the David is like the best. That's the best.
Small.
That is
My man loves
that-
small dick
That is
art.
that is my favorite work of art in the world.
It is a fucking giant human being. Goes along with your giant scissors and giant
big ass
stool.
hand.
Absolute. It's the hand on the David.
By the way, I've seen
The hand on the David is.
I have Google images. I've been in person. Flex.
So
You don't
I
know.
just-
So you don't know where we're in
I
Italy.
just went to. I was just in Florence in June, and when you go in summer, it is
brutal.
terrible.
Oh, all the tourists.
It sucks.
the tourists.
Oh, it's hot as fuck.
No, it wasn't even that hot this
What?
time.
That's lucky.
But it is, dude, the tourists like, and so I'm now like in the mindset of like, I have that trip coming up again in June. And like when you go, the tourists, it is, so every winter I go and see the David, like I'll just like walk in
We're still talking about this shit.
and go see the David. In summer, if you try to go, dude,
Okay.
dude, it's like a 4-hour wait to get into the gallery.
See a little ass dick.
Yeah.
You can just hit up Sam Lerner for nude.
Inappropriate.
What are you looking forward to the most about being a married man? Because yes, it's a slight change in title and taxation, but like, come on,
Besides
it's a big
losing your virginity.
deal. Yeah,
Got his ass.
a man's finna fuck.
Yeah. What is the thing you're most looking forward to besides having sex for the first time?
Is it tax simplicity?
Ooh, tax simplicity is a nice perk.
Maybe.
Is it more
Definitely not that.
antiques from your mother-in-law?
Ooh.
No. Listen,
Fellas,
I feel like I've said listen. When we
It is
listen
a
to
podcast.
I've
People
said,
are listening.
I've
It
said
is-
listen so many times.
is- it is
People
a
are
pod
listening.
after
People are
all.
listening. We've
Well, I don't know who's left
we have
at this
16
point.
million listeners
Yeah.
at minute 1. I don't know about now.
So what are you looking
No.
forward to the most? What are you looking forward to the least? Just let's go
Yeah.
real quick. You don't need to belabor it.
It's the sappiest thing I can say, but
Let's
it's
go off,
but,
King.
But it's like I love this person
Yes.
more than I've ever loved anything in this world.
Awesome.
And
More than pants?
Oh, more than
Wait,
trousers?
Do you love your fiance more than pants?
way
than
more, way
pleated
more,
trousers?
way more. And I just like I'm very
Rachel, you heard that?
I'm
Yeah.
very, yeah.
He's practicing his vows.
That's the most
I
romantic
love
thing
you
he's
more
ever
than
said.
pleated trow.
love you more than leopard pants.
Yeah. I love you more than leopard print.
And I don't. There's just something that I find genuinely exciting and
Hell yes, pimp.
yeah, about having that just set.
I thought you were going to say sex. It's beautiful. What are you looking forward to the least
Yeah.
about being married?
Becoming a full-on simp.
Ball and chain. Yeah. What is
Be
it?
careful. She's within the earshot.
Yeah. Tell us. On record.
I don't know.
Nothing?
I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. So
Lords, what do you regret the most about
yeah, what do
being
you
a married
regret
man?
the most?
You got to check in. I don't like checking in. I like to just do my own thing.
You got to check in,
because
bro.
because I'm a narcissist. So for me, checking in, not thinking of it like this burden, but like thinking about it from the other person's side, where it's like, yo, this like do that for them. Don't think about it in like in terms of this is inconveniencing me. This is something that the other person wants to know what's going on.
it's,
Check in.
it's a text message.
But I think that
I'm lazy as fuck, dude, and I'm a narcissist. I'm a monster.
But I think that answer is different for every person. Like check back with me a year into
Circle back.
marriage,
Sure,
and I
you
will
need
have,
some-
and I'll have some kind of
Let's
answer.
put some mileage on
we'll
the
circle
fucking
back.
car
We'll
and we'll
circle
see what
back.
the
Yeah,
deal
I'll have
is.
some
We'll
kind of
kick
answer
the-
probably,
we'll
but like
kick
I'm
the
not
tires.
going to
Yeah.
speculate right now. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely like, less than like half a year out. Like I'm excited. I mean, it's just like it's a thrilling prospect.
Hell yeah. You are a literal professional style John's enthusiast. If for all the how many people
The number of different ways that you've like set up questions with like you're a something expert, like
Dude,
you,
my
you
man's
really
a
have
fucking
these
transition
down.
god,
It's
bro.
incredible.
Yeah. We have 16 million young men and women
you definitely
still
do not.
listening
No,
to
we
the
do.
podcast. Because
Don't worry about it.
this episode is 29 minutes long because of all the cuts.
Yeah, we're coming into cool minute 34.
For all of those listening who are just looking to just some basic information about how to level up their personal style, like maybe they finally are going to make the leap and start investing their personal funds into it.
Yeah.
What's the first piece of foundational advice you give to someone who's outside of this world but is looking to actually level up
Their
own
swag,
their own
dude.
personal
Unlock the
fucking
swag.
sauce?
Yeah. Get that drip game popping.
Buy a good pair of loafers. Not even necessarily a good
Hell
pair.
yeah.
Agreed. Like you can buy like a pair of like Basswegians.
Yep.
They're like not that expensive. They're gonna look fine for you. Buy a nice pair of trousers.
Do you put pennies in your penny loafers?
I do not put pennies in my pair.
Thank God.
Buy,
What do you think of that move?
It's interesting. It's fine.
Okay.
It's cute.
If you smoke cigarettes, it's cool. Because that's why they did it. That's what Sham said.
What?
No,
What?
they did it
No,
to
that's
make
not
phone
true.
calls.
That's what Sham
Oh, I get to use it to buy because cigs would
Yeah.
cost a penny. Yeah, I guess that kind of makes
Oh,
sense.
like a Lucy, a Lucy.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, very cool.
Okay, so loafers.
Not.
What else?
Buy a pair of like navy or black or like a darker dress trouser and make sure
And wear them like jeans.
and make sure for please do not make them too tight. I am still flummoxed by the fact that like
Let the clankers clank.
Yeah.
like this is an unrelated topic, but the Obama photo of him at the what was it like the I forget where he was where he's like wearing like the
the with the Stan Smiths, the
With the
most
Stan
recent with the
Smith.
tucked in polo. Yeah.
With the crop trout.
Yeah.
and everyone's like look at how good he looks
because it's Obama.
his pants are crazy tight.
No, but that's the Zara H&M.
And again,
Look, I get it.
To bring it back
Like
to
the rapper?
Top Man.
Oh,
to bring
Top
it
boy.
to bring it back to The Bachelor, like Peter, The Bachelor season, his jeans are truly tighter than
Carl
the women
from
he's
Summer House.
It is really
Main offender.
It is
painted
wild
on.
because
Yeah. Damn, boy.
because you kind of
Are those jeans painted on?
I mean, if you don't pay attention and you just like you're like flipping through like reality TV or whatever, and you're like that's what's
also
that's what
the
style
pose
is.
in the Obama photo was so much about like his cakes popping. Like there had to have been other photos that were papped up in a series that like made him look more normal versus like let's find the picture where Obama looks as thick as possible.
It's everyone's birthday today.
Yeah, right.
We all getting cake? Woo! Oh, that carrot cake last night was
Oh
phenomenal.
yeah,
Like,
carrot cake at Carbone. Oh my fucking! I'm not even a sweets guy. Well, it wasn't too sweet,
That's the thing.
That's why it
There's
was-
a savory
oh my
dessert.
God.
Savory
So
dessert.
bro. Holy shit!
It is very good. It is good.
Jacob, for those who are aspiring to become professional writers, what's the first piece of professional advice or foundational advice you give to them? Someone who's looking to become a professional writer, besides don't do it.
Don't do it because you suck.
No,
and
do
you're
it.
Not talented, and nobody
No.
gives a fuck what you have to say.
No, do it. And
If your first piece isn't a fucking instant blasting,
no.
Kill yourself.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
If your first shit is an Illmatic ready to die, it's a fucking rap,
No,
kid.
oh
You're out
my
the block
God.
game.
Okay, a lot of things. I mean, for
You agree?
for starters,
for starters, yes.
You're right.
Okay,
I think you're allergic to content.
coming off,
Hence, so few articles you've written this year. You lazy
We'll have one out
bitch.
in 4.25 days.
I mean, honestly, I think you can make up for it with the newsletter that you're going to do for us. That's going to be really cool.
Yeah. Airmail.
this is just all filler. Like, what is this?
This is all killer, no filler, dude. Shout out Sum 41.
my first.
This is my wife should have had an abortion.
My first.
Abortion. Yo, really? Hell yeah. Hey, guess what? Who got you? We rock.
All right, so for those who want to become professional wordsmen, what the fuck do they do?
Blog-
Tweet? Do they tweet?
Guys just down in the blog mines grinding.
Let's look for that fucking word seam.
All right, your turn.
What do they do?
Okay, for starters, and if anyone out there wants advice or further, like just send me an email. If the
What's your email?
Oh yeah,
jacob.gallagher@wsj.com. The first piece
DMs are open,
the
fellas.
first piece of advice is just like read as much as you possibly can and pay very close attention to word structure. Like that is one thing that I always like. That was what my old editor told me was like read more periodicals and pay attention to word structure. And my second piece of advice is once you've started to kind of look at that, look around at what you want to cover. Look at other people that are writing about that and think about what's missing within that space and think very hard about that, because one thing you will be asked, or one thing that you should think about every time you write a story or every time you write an article is, how is this providing something that is not out there yet?
What did Bar Brown say? Find that lane? Or is that Jimmy Garecki? Who's advice?
Find the gaps and fill them.
This is Bar Brown.
Yeah. Big
And-
Bar Brown.
And pick up the phone and do an interview and talk to a
Pick up the
person.
phone, baby.
I think that there's too much writing that is reliant on simply having an idea for a thing to write. And
I tried this diet for a week, and here's what happened.
no, I don't want.
I bought leather pants for the first time, and I'm Chris Black.
That is what he sounds like.
Yeah.
I think that listen, you need to have an. I said, listen again. You need to have an idea to
Stop mansplaining to us on our own podcast.
You should have an idea to start a story, but you should trust other people to fill in the gaps and take you to different places.
Cite them sources, B.
The number of times that I'm on the phone with someone and they say something to me and I'm like, I've thought about this topic a lot and I had never thought about that before. And it leads me down a completely different avenue. And that is when the story gets really good.
And that's when you steal their IP.
And trust that. And just honestly,
Tug those threads.
Yeah.
reach out to
Unravel that knit.
Speaking of lanes, finding a lane that's not filled, can people should stop trying to copy John Moy also. Like the 4 pins John Moy, like that, let John be John. Don't
Let
try
Moy
to,
Moy.
Yeah.
Moy go Moy.
Moy gonna Moy. Don't try to be Moy. That's all. I just want to don't throw that out to the patrons.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And like,
All right.
and also, if you're trying to break into the industry, email people, try to talk to people, meet with people,
Be annoying.
see what people say to you.
Pester.
Be annoying.
And we are not the industry, by the way.
Yes.
Do not pester
Don't-
us.
Don't email us.
I only want compliments from people. That's all I
And
want.
New
Seriously.
patron.
Yeah, new
sign up
and new best
notifications.
friends on Patreon.
I've met with people.
relentless.
I've met with people. I've tried to give people advice. I've
Pound
I've
the
read
fucking concrete.
I've read people's work. I've tried to get
Hit
them
the
feedback.
fucking
Like,
bricks.
do what
Work
you-
that
do
shoe
what you
leather. Kiss some hands and shake some babies.
Yeah, baby.
Chuck here is a. What are you? A fall guy? What are you?
Yeah.
A newly converted Carbone enthusiast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A veteran of the Chrome Hearts lifestyle. So, in 30 seconds of thirst,
Yeah.
we're going to turn the mic over to Chuck. He's going to ask you anything. pitch you
Carlos
on something.
Franco.
Chuck, take
I'm
it
gonna,
away.
I'm gonna
buddy.
ask more than one question because it's just me.
It's 30 seconds.
Oh, you're new.
first, though.
No, that's not how it works, dog.
It's 30 seconds.
This is not- this
It's
is
30
not-
seconds.
All right, I'm gonna
negotiation.
squeeze him in. All right,
right,
first, do you remember when at Jonah Hill Day when we shotgun that beer?
I do remember.
That hadn't
Answer,
been,
yes.
That hadn't been mentioned on our review of the pod, but
Oh.
I think actually thinking back, that was my favorite moment.
Of what? Jonah Hill Day?
Yeah, we shotgunned a beer right by the
Sick.
front, right near the cameras.
I
by the paparazzi?
No, like the security cameras,
Oh.
and I didn't get fired.
Like the cameras.
Oh, that's right, because you were working retail. Then. You were working
That's
retail
fine.
then, right?
I truly enjoy shotgunning a beer. I think it's like it should happen more often. Than
God, Crone is rolling over in his grave, dude.
And
Do
then
you have one of those like
Crohn's
shotguns?
disease? Is the name of a guy? I don't know.
Do you have one of those like
I'm not
shotguns?
a fucking
I had a
doctor.
shotgun key in
He's the
college.
doctor. Dr. fucking
I
Taco
really
over here.
did.
did you bite it?
I have a really long tooth.
Oh, you Teen Wolf.
I think I remember you biting it.
I bite can't.
You Jake Wolfed it.
That's fire. I was taking my key out. It took forever. He did it all fast.
Oh, yeah, I did. Wow.
Your keys weren't already out, bro.
I was going to say,
My-
you didn't have your keys out for some other shit, bro.
My
You
other-
weren't smelling your keys?
Yo, I'm trying to smell some.
Yo, what's this key smell? Can I smell your key real quick, dog?
Yo, what's your key smell?
Yo,
like?
what that key do?
and then I was going to ask, do you have any favorite corporate lingo phrases? that you use?
Oh,
Garbage language.
I-
Molly Beth Young.
I say, do you have the bandwidth to do this?
I say bandwidth.
I say bandwidth a lot.
I think I don't use it right though.
Did you read,
What does it
read
mean?
that New
Yo,
York
my
Mag?
internet's
You read that
fucking
New
up.
York
What's the
Mag?
bandwidth?
I saw.
You
it.
read that New York. You saw it.
And I saw the beginning where she talked
texted
about
to you.
someone
Yo,
microwaving
that was
cereal.
great. That was truly disturbing. Could
That
you
was-
imagine?
Yeah,
Molly Beth Young.
Goat.
All right, 30 seconds of thirst. It's a fucking wrap. Jacob, before we kick you out of your own home,
We're gonna parasite you, dude. You better
Yeah.
watch out.
yeah, we want
I'm about to be living in your fireplace, bitch.
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
Christmas came early this year.
Is that a functioning fireplace?
So tired.
Yo, we're almost done. Relax. And this is when you need to pay attention the most because we have good advice for you right now.
Before we
Okay.
kick you out of your own home,
Yeah.
right, and light a fire in that possibly functioning fireplace, we want to see you truly prosper, right? Don't look at the notes, baby.
Yeah.
Don't look at Lawrence's notes. Lawrence can't read.
I forgot.
We want to
I
offer you
forgot
up some
you do
constructive
this.
criticism so that you can truly prosper and flourish in a way that no man has prospered or flourished at the Journal before.
That's not true.
take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Right? This is just free fucking darts from us to you. First up, you are currently sitting with the number one, at one point, fashion podcast in the world.
All time.
Obviously, fashion and podcasts are becoming a thing. Why don't you fucking do a story about the boys throwing fits? The
You
only
fucking bricked it
podcast
last time.
that matters.
You conveniently left off the only podcast that matters from your little roundup, that little cutesy roundup.
word?
Also, shout out Blammo. Love Jeremy. Love Blammo.
Hi,
But yeah,
Jeremy.
you conveniently left us out of that piece.
You're not. You see, here's the thing. Though. You guys are not like exactly a fashion podcast.
Can't put us in a box, bro.
That's what makes it so good. at
But you
fashion.
can put us in an article. Yeah. You could do, how about a profile? Why don't you write your first why don't you pitch someone a profile on the boys, dude?
cover story of the newspaper.
Yeah, front page news.
Off duty,
Ooh.
but we'll spell duty
Oh,
DOODY.
like a little poopy.
So take it or leave it.
yeah. Throw it out there.
Pitch it to Rory.
The next one was going to be just me telling you to post fit pics like I always do. But now that we kind of like delved a little bit deeper and we kind of got to the root of it, which is extremely complicated. And I would hate to just like be like, yo, just fucking post them, bro. You look fucking sick, homie. I want to smash that fucking like. Listen, man, just do what you need to do for yourself. That's my constructive criticism. Live your truth. Okay. And that's coming from the fucking heart.
Thank you.
Mind,
You're gonna take that or leave that?
No,
Yeah.
I'll take
Why don't
that.
you pocket that shit up, motherfucker?
I know
There
that.
he is.
I know that you're always looking not just for the next story, but the next innovative way to fucking spread your truth. You're a storyteller. You need to reach the most amount of people possible with
Facts.
the fucking truths that you're telling. Why don't you take a page out of our book? It's a literary term, book. Launch your own Old Man Yells at Cloud podcast and launch it on Barstool. There's currently a fashion void there.
Yeah, and they got a feed right for the flipping.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay.
And then finally, I don't know. Have you and Rachel thought about DJ live bands? Have you thought about this?
A little bit.
Okay, where are we at right now? Where's the pendulum swinging towards?
Get girl talk.
Wait.
DJ live
At
band.
your wedding,
What?
at your wedding,
Yeah.
at your wedding.
Oh, a DJ.
What the fuck? You open up the eyes on the side of your head.
I thought you meant. Here's what I thought you meant. I thought
Open your third eye, dog. I'm trying to spit right now.
And the fourth eye.
Yeah, open up that brown eye while you're at it. Father, stretch my yeeks.
this is like
Motherfucker spin.
This is like hour 7 of this podcast. I'm tired.
Anyway, the point is that DJ, fuck that shit. Unless it's that fuck. That would be sick. Big reunion at your wedding. And then also fuck the live band. Book throwing fits to
I knew
MC
that-
the
I knew
wedding,
where that was
baby.
going.
We come cheap.
It's going.
Yeah, we're packed.
You guys are like the oh hello pair, but younger,
Oh,
but
hello.
still as bad. It's incredible.
Yeah, we
Okay,
rock.
Thank you guys.
More,
All right.
more Coke jokes.
Cool.
Jacob,
You're done, Badoo.
what do you want to plug, bro? Where can the kids follow you?
Outro plugs.
Read me in the Wall Street Journal and on WSJ.com, and please, reach out, talk to me. You can find me on Twitter.
Reach
at-
out and touch somebody.
You can find me on Twitter at Jacob W. Gallagher. That's it.
And you know what time it is right now? It's time for a little Sum 41 fat lip.
Chuck, hit that motherfucking outro music.
Yerp.
crash my own house party cause nobody came. I know I'm not the one you thought you knew back in high school. Never going, never showing up when we had to. Attention that we crave, don't tell us to behave. I'm sick of always hearing at your age. I don't want to waste my time. Become another casualty of society. I'll never fall in line. Become another victim of your conformity. Back down. Because you don't know us at all. We laugh when old people fall. But what would you expect with a culture so small? Heavy metal and mullet is how we were raised. Maiden and priest were the gods that we praise. Cause we like having fun at other people's expenses.